A very big welcome to you, my dear Pisces. The Sun in Taurus, the Moon in your sign, and you are getting going with the flow. And that's the Ace of Cups. And the Ace of Cups is what you are having as the Knight of Cups, right? And you can see that going with the flow means letting yourself flow into the river or the ocean of all possibilities, of emotional possibilities that carry you away, that carry you onward, forward, right, into life's stream of consciousness. Now the aces are connected with Magician, with Mercury, right? And Mercury is something special. Mercury has the ideas, the communication, the information. Mercury right now is currently still in Aries, so I think we're going to look at Aries. So the Jaguar is coming up, and the Jaguar is the number 28. 28 plus the 9 is the 29. Then we get a portal, the 11. The 28 is the 10, is a new cycle. It's almost like then, right, that the 10 and the 1 is also the 11, that this portal is saying, well, go and open yourself up and let yourself stream into the Jaguar, because the Jaguar is actually sexuality, is actually that moment where you awaken to not only sexuality but also your creativity. And so the Jaguar's essence is the Jaguar is the protector of all life in the Amazon. And in times of fear, she brings courage and certainty. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain and never becomes prey. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing the abundance of the rainforest, fearless and at ease. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and is the master of the shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, night and day. Now the invitation in it says Jaguar calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you, to go outside your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She is delivering an invitation from your own future to investigate the unknown, to venture into the mystery and the dark places you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your Jaguar instinct will serve you well. So go with the flow and go into this unexpected flow, right? Where Jaguar is saying, well, you're going to see things are going to make sense. Even though sometimes when we go with the flow, it's kind of like that moment where we feel like, okay, I'm not sure where this is going. And is it right? But you know that your instinct is going to always give you the right impulse. If it feels off, you are always able to get out of it, right? And so we're going to see now what is Aries bringing. Mercury in Aries. And you're getting Capricorn, which is the number 15, the major arcana, and the devil. So there had to be the boo man, right? There had to be someone that takes on all that dark side. And yes, there is a lot of talk about this evil side of life and what people do with it. And nevertheless, it's also the career, the success that we attached ourselves onto it. And you can see the woman lying here on the bottom, and there is also a sexual energy because the 15 turns into a 6, and the 6 is always self-love. And so once you understand this card, there is no devil really there. There's just you allowing that certain desires take over, and maybe sexual desires take over, and particularly going with the flow, right, is taking over. And sometimes going with the flow is great, but then sometimes we got to stand up. We can't just forever be in this state of consciousness. And so it's really interesting. So it's like there we see the dark blue, then it's like this dark animal, but there's like already a light coming, and then here comes this brown colorish kind of card with the devil sitting here and looking literally at you, and it's saying, well, what is it that you want, right? And so here we have the 611 or the 11-6, but we could also do the 15th of November, right? That could be a date that's maybe important here in this reading. Nevertheless, you gotta see that if you attach yourself to things that you are not able to get out of it, that you are being drifted into it, and that you are not having a clear understanding of why the Jaguar is literally looking at you a little bit like, are you coming? Are we going? Right? And you're like, I'm not sure if I want to go there, right? But sometimes we have to go to places to realize that's not what it is that we want in life when it is going with the flow. We want something completely different. And once we know what we want, we can also get away from that and not be sucked into a system that actually pushes you more and more towards that dependence, right? Which is normal, right? We're here in this dimension to learn and to grow, and understanding that is already half the gain or the winning lottery. Well, I hope I see you in the next reading. That's when we get the sun in Gemini. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.